So if you're a Yellowstone fan, we know you've been scouring the internet and clinging to every tiny detail you can find about the upcoming 5th season. But the cast has their lips sealed shut and refuse to let out any spoilers. Times are tough and resources are scarce. We've had each star's Instagram account pinned to our investigation board, and we have just enough red thread to solve any mystery. No photo shared on Instagram is safe from our watchful gaze, especially yours, Kelly Riley. Kelly hasn't been shy of leaving a trail of breadcrumbs on her account for us to follow, and that's exactly what we did. Here's what we've been able to uncover. First off, that horse doesn't look very familiar. Kelly's a real one for dropping a few hints here and there about the upcoming 5th season, and we couldn't thank her enough for it. The main cast member showed us a glimpse of her new co-star in July. In a beautiful shot of the show's Montana location, Kelly thrilled viewers with a sneak peek at the show's newest cast member. Her name's Athena, named after the Greek goddess of wisdom. And if you haven't guessed yet, Athena is Kelly's new horse for the series. And Kelly took her chance to show off her surroundings with a picture taken straight off a horseback. It's Beth and her new steed up against the world, gearing up for the next installment of the show. You'd be hard-pressed to deny this season is going to be the most jam-packed with action yet. One of the things we've grown to love the most about Yellowstone is how it truly makes the actors and crew feel at one with nature, even as they're filming brand new episodes. The genuineness of the show comes from being shot on a real ranch instead of a collection of sound stages, and it just really sets the show apart. The fact that this show is off the beaten path, and it only makes it greater. Kelly caused a bit of a stir with her post. Here's what people had to say. Fans and some cast members alike showed their love for the new cast member in the comments after Kelly's update. Jen Landon, Kelly's co-star, commented, "Athena, both you and the horse." Advuller Suave wrote, "Oh, what a beautiful view. It seemed that we're finally going to see that ride with Rip." And Yellowstone fan at Maria writes, "Copy replied, love the name, but I'm Greek so I'm biased. Beautiful horse, beautiful place." Since we're aware that Yellowstone Season 5 is already well into production, we are keen to learn as much as we can about what's in store for us. And once again, Kelly isn't too far behind on that sentiment with a recent Instagram story. When the British actress posts something on social media, her followers always pay attention. Scenic shots of the Montana countryside and a photo of Athena is well and good, but let us tell you about how she caught everyone a little off guard when she straight up shared photos of Season 5 scripts. If you told us that a cast member basically leaked a lot of plot info on her Instagram account before, we'd be very concerned and ask you if you've been taking your meds lately. Not anymore though. According to Taste of Country, Riley recently shared a series of Instagram stories that included 5 screenplays from the upcoming season. The snapshot included scripts from episodes 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, raising concerns about whether the show would be shot out of order. According to Riley's photos, the first episode of Season 5 is titled 100 Years is Nothing. Taste of Country reports that Stephen Kay will be directing, and we all know that he is always hired for the most important and dramatic episodes. The second episode is named The Sting of Wisdom. The fourth episode is titled Horses in Heaven, and Christina Voros directed it, indicating that it may feature a lot of Beth. Watch 'em Right Away is the title of episode 5, which is directed by Voros. And just in case anyone is interested, episode 6 is titled Cigarettes, Whiskey, a Meadow, and You, which also sums up our ideal Sunday. According to the site, Taylor Sheridan poured his heart and soul into writing all the episodes, as only he could. Surprisingly, no script for episode 3 is shown. It's possible that Kelly didn't appear in that episode, or maybe it just didn't make it into the photo. Although the episode title, 100 Years is Nothing, could be a reference to the new 1923 spin-off starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford, there's still a stretch when it comes to any concrete information. But we'll take anything we can get until the show returns later this year. Up next, will the series conclude with this season? After a somewhat lackluster season 4, fans began to worry if the series would meander around for a few seasons, milking the fame for all it was worth, until the show is finally axed. But don't worry, they're not gonna pull a Walking Dead on us. If you got hooked to The Walking Dead right from the beginning, we get how disappointed you must have been after the 11 seasons. The show became bland, viewership fell, and it is now known as the series that didn't know when to pull the plug, leaving a sour taste in everyone's mouth. So now that Yellowstone has reached the pinnacle of its fame, we're all a little bit worried. Can't blame us for our trust issues. Creator Taylor Sheridan assures fans that this show will not make the same mistakes, but only time will tell. In an earlier interview with Deadline, he voiced his concerns, saying that the show could possibly end after its 6th season, which may be sooner than fans want. But there's no use in dragging the plot out for the sake of extra seasons. With Season 5 already in production and the end of the story in sight, could we expect an earlier wrap? Kelly Riley once again takes the spotlight and says no. Despite whatever people might be saying, Kelly, the light of our life, confirmed in an interview with Vulture that Season 5 is in fact not the end of Yellowstone. She mentioned how people keep asking about this being the final season, almost like they want it to be the last one. It must be the end then, right? Well, sadly for them, it isn't. And oh boy, what a relief. This show's lifespan appears to be 6 or 7 seasons, and since it's been used to launch plenty of prequels and spin-offs, Taylor Sheridan is looking at a ton of work on his hands. Get to work, Taylor, and do us proud. Now moving on to other news. The casting agency for Yellowstone prequel 1923 has been looking for extras in Butte. People in Butte can sign up to be extras for the television series 1923, which begins filming later this month. And our industry contacts are saying that it's going to be a wonderful experience. The Yellowstone prequel will star Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. The show requires extras, people that will dress up in a period-appropriate costume and stand in the background throughout filming. These these extras might earn up to $100 per day. Not a bad side hustle, right? People can sign up for a role in the series at mycastingfile.com. And no, you don't need to be an acting professional to pull this off. There are no requirements. And speaking of actors, fans are going ballistic after catching a whiff of the new roster for Season 5's cast. The cast changes were first revealed by Deadline in June. Mo Brings Plenty, aka Mo, and Wendy Moines, aka Governor Linnell Perry, were promoted to series regulars, while 4 new cast members were added to the Season 5 lineup. Among them was Lainey, who confirmed the news at the Under the Big Sky Festival in Whitefish, Montana over the weekend. Lainey rose to prominence in country music in 2016 with the release of her debut album, Tougher. The 10-song album by Louisiana native quickly climbed country charts. She had similar success with Lainey Wilson EP 2016 and Sayin' What I'm Thinking 2017. Her most recent release is a new song titled Heart Like a Truck. Josh Lucas will be back to the ranch in November. In addition, Kai Castor, Lily Kay, and Don Oliveri have been added to the series' recurring cast. A teenage cowboy, Rowdy, will be played by Castor. Wilson will play Abby, a musician, and Clara Buer will be played by Kay. The new additions aren't the only thing that's changing in the series. We Yellowstone fans have been eagerly awaiting Season 5, but you might not recognize one of the sweetest characters when it airs. Carter. Carter, played by Finn Little, debuted in Season 4 as a disturbed young man given a fresh start on the Dutton Ranch after Beth Dutton takes him in. Carter, like Rip Wheeler before him, gradually fits into the life at the ranch and decides to make it his permanent home. While several of Yellowstone's veteran performers are returning for the forthcoming season, Finn is a new addition to the show. But don't expect to see a baby-faced novice when you saddle up to see where Season 5 takes him. Finn shared a few behind-the-scenes images, admitting that when he returned to set, even some of his co-workers didn't recognize him. That's a wrap for this video. What are your hopes for Yellowstone's 5th season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!